Please join us in standing as we make welcoming His Excellency Dr. Mohammed Irfan. Before you be seated, a universal prayer, where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where words come out from the depth of truth, where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habit. Wind is led forward by thee into ever-widening thought and action, into that heaven of freedom. My Father, let my country awake. Our national pledge. I pledge myself to always the flag of Guyana, and to be loyal to my country, to be obedient to the laws of Guyana, to love my fellow citizens, and to dedicate my energies towards the happiness and prosperity of Guyana. You may be seated. His Excellency Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali, President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, Honorable Priya Manikchan, Minister of Education, Honorable Warren Kwame McCoy, Minister within the Office of the Prime Minister, Honorable Minister Colin Crowell, Minister of Housing and Water, Permanent Secretary Ms. Shaneli Hussein Outar, Ministry of Education, all other senior government officials, regional officials, Region Number 4, senior education officers, educators, parents, students. This afternoon, we are excited to be a part of this historic event in this part of Guyana. We are here this afternoon to celebrate with the residents of the Soesdijk-Linden Highway, Yarrowkabra and all its environs, the commissioning of Yarrowkabra Secondary School. This afternoon, to bring us words of welcome, I would like to introduce to you the Regional Education Officer, Region Number 4, the kind, keen Adams. Let's make her feel welcome as she comes to bring us her remarks.
Good afternoon, everyone. I crave your indulgence for the protocol already established to be accorded to me with the Warren Kwame McCoy, Minister within the Office of the Prime Minister, on the actualization of Yarrowkabra Secondary School. It was Kofi Annan who postulated, and I quote, "Knowledge is power. Information is liberating. Education is the promise of progress in every society, in every family." And it is on this premise, I believe, that this event is happening today and was built. The initial vision for this school was birthed in an effort to actualize universal secondary education across Guyana. A decision was made by the Ministry of Education to disband secondary departments in primary schools on the east bank of Demerara. During this time, the region had in excess of 500 secondary age students at 10 secondary departments along the eastern bank of Demerara and the Linden Highway. Under the auspices of the Honorable Priya Manikchan, our visionary leader, who sits at the helm of education, a contract was negotiated for the creation of this beautiful complex. And this supports the view of Oliver Wendell Holmes Jr., who said, "A man's mind, trying new ideas, may never return to its original dimensions." This school, as it obtains today, is a result of the augmentation of communities. Since numerous resources, amenities, and initiatives were used so that students attending this institution can be exposed to world-class education. The 11 departments at this school will focus on the core areas. These are entrepreneurship, STEAM, and TVET occupational areas. These departments are fully staffed with qualified and devoted and proficient teachers who will continue to successfully and competently deliver the curriculum, inclusive of the hidden or the values curriculum. At this point, I choose to echo the words of Benjamin Franklin. "Tell me, and I forget. Teach me, and I may remember. Involve me, and I'll learn." This school is poised to achieve the ministry's focus on inculcating a spirit of volunteerism, having physically active students through the engagement in various sport disciplines, care our school. To you, our country's future leaders, my greatest advice is to make maximum use of the opportunity afforded. Imagine what you can do with the guidance of parents and committed teachers as support community. You are now poised on the springboard of success. Without further ado, I all a warm welcome, and joining me will be the choir of Yarrowkabra Secondary School, who will deliver a beautiful rendition of their school song. Please put your hands together as they make their way on stage. No. Come to the middle. Come to the middle.
Yarrowkabra is our school. We will strive for excellence as we work and play. We will learn new things each day. At Yarrowkabra, we will strive for excellence. We will strive for excellence at Yarrowkabra. Yarrowkabra is our school. We'll attend with listening ears all the values and the lessons taught. Our training ground is there at Yarrowkabra. We will strive for excellence. We will strive for excellence at Yarrowkabra. Yarrowkabra is our school. We'll succeed in all we do. We will use our gifts for sure. Our future is secure. At Yarrowkabra, we will strive for excellence. We will strive for excellence at Yarrowkabra,
Thank you.
I think they deserve another round of applause. His Excellency and ministers, our students have made a commitment to strive for excellence at Yarrowkabra Secondary School. And we want to continue to encourage and embrace them as they go along this journey. We want to also thank our Regional Education Officer, Ms. Keen Adams, for her warm words of welcome. At this time, we are going to make way for some remarks coming to us from the Honorable Warren Kwame McCoy, the Minister within the office of the Prime Minister. Let's make him feel welcome as he comes to greet us this afternoon.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Master of Ceremonies, to His Excellency President Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali, to our Minister of Education, Minister Colin Crow, to all the teachers, head teacher, and all the distinguished guests, and of course to you, our children, our beautiful children of the Linden Highway. I want to bid you a very warm welcome and thank you for having us here this afternoon as we are about to celebrate, and in fact we're celebrating your moment. This school is about you, the children of Guyana, and I think that all that we've been doing as a government represent our approach to prosperity and development. You see, prosperity and development is not only about having money. We do have more government today, disposable income in our homes, for our children, our teachers all together, but it's also about the investment we make in our children's education, and this is an addition, the asset of the community of Linden Susan Highway, and this is made possible by the People's Party Civic Movement. want to say how happy I am because particularly I have responsibility for the Linden, Suzdike Highway, Suzdike and Tamari. And I have known the days when the next troubles and parents and children to be able to have a place to learn is that they can be in the environment to learn. And so this school has done a very, very good thing for children and teachers who are contributing to the education of our children. And I think that we, as we approach our development across our country, you see the possibility that we as a country have, and the government of the People's Progressive Party Civic, continually interested in your welfare, your development, your advancement. Is all that concerns us. It's all that we dream of and we want to do for our children and our people. And think not only as people every single day of our country with the things that we benefit from on this highway. We have to be supportive, think positive, to be part of that transformation taking place here on Linden, Suzdike Highway. Thank you, and thank you for us continuing the asset community on Linden, Suzdike Highway. Education is outwards of future, also belongs to those who prepare for it today. At time, we will welcome the teachers of Yarrowkabra Secondary School who will perform for us a spoken word piece. Let's make them feel welcome as they do their piece for us today.
The teachers of Yarrowkabra Secondary School will be reciting a spoken word created by one of our very own teacher, Ms. Shama Braffett, and edited by our head of department English, Ms. Charlene Dijon.
In Yarrowkabra Secondary School halls of knowledge, young souls we will refine. A place where everyone's future takes and where stars of learning shine. Through wisdom's torch we'll mold the youth with dreams they shall set, realize their dreams in the end.
Embracing the 5 pillars of education, through which we will learn Tibet, music, volunteerism, foreign language and sports, we will let our talents show.
With home economics as our guide, we'll teach them how to cook, to sew and manage households from page in every book. Their culinary talents shall do will be
In brought to life with skill in their creative land. Their minds will sing and their hands will cut each and every plan at Yarrowkabra Secondary, we will just work with our hands. And see and
tomorrow's work. With skills and dreams proved in this work, these sectors will find their strength. Later tonight, and in the tip light, the future will take place.
Thank you. These in Yarrowkabra's care, our talents, future brains, and through each challenge, they'll strive and soar, their purpose clear and high. At Yarrowkabra Secondary, they'll reach for the sky. One common theme I would have noticed so far within the cultural pieces that we would have received, commitments are being made to ensure a quality education of students in our secondary school. It's me the privilege of introducing to you a visionary leader whose passion for education has touched every single corner of our country. Minister of Education, we established a new office on the East Bank to the other schools on the East Bank and the highway, and he's in charge of it. He's an all-rounder, he's an excellent singer. I saw him picking up garbage this morning, which should not have been in the school. He's all-round and you've got to do it, Mr. President. These kids picking up garbage this morning, which should not have been in the school in the first place. So he's an all-rounder and you've got a gem in him. Mr. President, these occasions are happy and very noisy and celebratory, and it's very easy for us to lose the meaning. But on behalf of the people here, I'm saying to you particularly, sir, thank you. Thank you for making this happen. Thank you for bringing this into fruition. Because I know where we were when we came here. This school, so let me go back a little bit into history. In 2013, we received a loan to build this school. In 2013, because we knew that there were 7 primary tops on this highway. You know what's a primary top?
is a primary school where children go when they finish Common Entrance or NGSA because they just don't have a secondary school to go to. And the education, the quality is poor because they don't have secondary trained teachers, they don't have labs, they don't have facilities. And we knew that, so we negotiated a loan to build this school in 2013, and we got it. And we left the design, that's the drawing, and we left the money to build the school. And it took President Ali coming back into office in 2020 for us to get this school finished last year, because a lot of shenanigans happened. When we were on the verge of an election, the contract was signed for this school. And let's check it out. The 1st of December, 2019. All Year's Day, just before an election, while the then government was told by the Caribbean Court of Justice that they were in caretaker mode. They shouldn't be doing anything. But still nothing happened. Although it was signed, they had 8 months from January to August. And it took President Ali coming back into government and saying to us at the cabinet a couple of straight things. People's lives must get better. Children must have a strong education. And nowhere in this country should anyone get left out. He was very clear. We don't care how people voted. Parents voted. Although we do believe we are the best party to serve this country. He doesn't care how people pray or if they don't pray. He don't care what's your color. He don't care which hill or which valley you live in, on which highway, on which riverbank. Everybody must feel us every single day. That was his instruction to the cabinet. And so, sir, this here is over 1,000 children feeling you and your love every single day. And I'll tell you how important, I'm not the feature speaker the president is, but I have to tell you some of these stories. We started this school last year, and we already need 10 new classrooms, which the permanent secretary has already put out to bid, because once the school is here, kids will come to school. And once children come to school, lives will change. And so I know for the parents here, all you want every day. You know, President Ali was coming straight to this school just now. And I have a video of it. And of course, the way these things work, my phone, my camera screen is now full, so I only have one video. People stopped him along the way just to say hello, just to shake his hand, just to give him a hug. Because they know, even though they don't see him every day, they feel him every day. And so, the fact that we've been able to close 7 primary tops, and you know, I'll tell you which ones they are. Students from Hararuni Primary Top, Laluni Primary Top, Long Creek Primary Top, Kururu Primary Top, Dora Primary Top, Lowood Primary Top, and Susanna's Rust Primary Top are now coming to this school. For a sound secondary education where 65 teachers are teaching in this school. 65 teachers. And that is why we need the 10 more classrooms. Because children now see that it makes sense to go to school. And we know one thing in the PPPC. There are many shortcuts people tell you about. And now that we have the internet, you see all kinds of hacks to get rich. The only sure way we know to change your life The only sure way we know to make sure your children have a life better than yours, to make sure they have a life of less struggle, to make sure they're not living a life of want, is to educate them. That's the only sure way we know. And that is why President Ali is investing in education, particularly all across this country, not only here in Yarrowkabra. Yesterday, Colin Crowell, Minister of Water, and I were in Region 1, cutting the ribbon for a TVET center at the Northwest Secondary School in Mabaruma. Tomorrow, President Ali opens Zealot Primary in Region 3, and I open St. Gabriel's Nursery in Georgetown. On Saturday, I turned the sod in Oriala in Region 6 to open the school in to build a school in Oriala. And let me give you that little story. Other people told the president, can't build a school there. They ain't got enough children. And he said, wherever we have children, they will get an education. And that is the ethos of the government you currently have. And my friends, recently, I heard, and it's very easy, you know that. It's very easy to put out 2 video and and skin your teeth about it and so on. It's different and it's hard to bring about change. That's where the work is. That's where the effort has to lie. And I saw a former president. You don't remember him because he's not around, but he's doing some public interest show or something. And an aspiring president who doesn't know the difference or the majority of 65, both speaking of children dropping out. That Guyana has children too many children who drop out. And we were puzzled at the ministry because they had this figure, 50% of our children are dropping out. So what the hell are they talking about? Because we don't have that figure. In fact, during COVID, all the institutions in the world had predicted that the dropout rate in countries across the world would rise significantly, and ours did not. We held our own. Then we realized what they were talking about and the numbers they were using was the children who wrote NGSA was 14,000, and the children who write CSEC are only 10,000. So it means these 4,000 children, which they called 50%, it never was dropping out. The children weren't dropping out. They never understood the issue, which is why they could never fix the issue. The children had no secondary school to go to. That is why they weren't writing CXC. President Ali is currently building 26 secondary schools in this country. So every child that writes NGSA, everywhere in Guyana will now have a secondary school so that you could go and write CSEC or CXC as you know it there. So nobody was dropping out. They failed to give the children a space to sit in a classroom so they couldn't write CSEC. And people will say, well, President Ali got all the oil money. And it's true. Not all. But we do have more resources now. But let me tell you this one little fact before I take my seat. When the PPPC came to office in 1992, our country was described as a HIPIC country, heavily indebted, poor country. That means we got plenty debt and we poor. We had things like beriberi that you don't know about anymore. Starvation, malnutrition, mothers dying at large percentages who were about to give birth, newborn babies dying. Country was in a bad place, bad place. And we met in the hinterland 3 secondary schools. And this would be considered hinterland. It's off the grid. And you saw a lot of our Amerindian children here. There were 3 secondary schools, and as a heavily indebted poor country, we built 12 more So it's not always money. It's the will and the desire to see people's lives change and to make sure whatever you have, it is spread across Guyana. In the 5 years that we were out of government, not a single secondary school started and finished. Not a single secondary school started and finished. And those are the people coming back now to tell us better will come and they love you. When we say we love you, you feel it in your pockets. When we say we love you, your children get to graduate. When we say we love you, your children get to compete in this world at various different things. And it's not just the schools we're building. You saw Sir standing just now. I can't find him now in the audience, but Sir is a little bit of he could be an extinct species. We don't see men joining the profession. But you saw a male trainee teacher just now. The highest number of teachers graduated at the college pre-2020 was 535. It was the highest number we ever graduated. Last year we graduated 1,778 teachers, and that is why your school could have 68 teachers with a whole set of them as trained teachers. We currently have 100% of our teachers trained or in training. 100%. And then we made sure we looked to see how we could look after all of you. Not just build the schools and put the teachers, but how could we help parents? How could we make sure you find it a little bit easier to send your children to school? And so every single child got $45,000. Every single child, not every home, every single child got $45,000. Every single school is receiving a school grant. So this school with 1,000 children would have received over $4 million more per term so that they could buy cardboard and chalk and Dettol and bleach. So they're not supposed to be asking parents. And if they're not asking you for it, it means you get to keep more in your pocket. Not so? Not so? So these are the ways we say we can help you. These are the ways President Ali has put in place, and he checks. He goes community to community to check to see if it's working. Or every single day are good officers. And sir, we're very happy to say that the things you ask us to do, which is to go almost house to house and make sure lives are better, that every single day there are good officers spending their time trying to do that because they understand your mission. And then the mission is a very simple one, that every Guyanese home will rise up. Every Guyanese child will have opportunities. Every Guyanese person living here will enjoy the benefits of this oil-rich Guyana. And that's what we're doing here at Yarrowkabra. So this is not our first visit. It's never going to be our last visit. We are putting on those 10 more schools. And I know right now we're looking at transportation issues to make sure we could transport in the students who are coming from far-flung villages. So my friends, I want you to remember two things about us. Two things. When we make promises, we keep them. When we make promises, we keep them. And the second thing is, when we say we love you, it's not a joke. We show you it with action, because love for us is a verb. Love is an action word. So love must come with more for you and your families and your villages and your communities. I thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you, Honorable Minister Priya Manik-Chan. We will once again be graced with a cultural presentation done by the students of Yarrowkabra Secondary School in the form of a dance. Let's welcome them as they come.
Welcome Amerindians, fellow Guyanese. Let me do this jump up as it ought to be. Join this celebration and do this jump with me. Come and celebrate and let me enjoy Heritage Day. Oh yes, join this celebration with a cup of deep ivory. Join this celebration with some hot roti. Join this celebration and do this jump with me. Come and celebrate and let me enjoy Heritage Day. Oh yes. Oh man.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to hear from a man who is a friend of education, a man who embraces the call to ensuring that quality education is available to every student, every corner of Guyana, a man who is a visionary leader, one who exemplifies the qualities of humility and strength. And so I invite you to join me in standing at this time as we welcome His Excellency Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali, President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana.
Thank you very much. Please be seated. Cabinet colleagues, teachers, residents, students, the REO, the Commissioner of Guyana Lands and Survey Commission, distinguished members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Right. Today, we are celebrating collective work. We are celebrating collective spirit. And we are celebrating commitment and the result of hard work. And that is why I'm very pleased that the Commissioner of the Guyana Lands and Survey Commission, Kwame McCoy, the Minister of Housing, Colin Crowell, they're all joining the region, the REO, they're all joining the Ministry of Education in celebrating this event. Because building a school is not just about the construction and the building. It is about the planning, the identification of lands, the integration of that infrastructure in community life. All of that is part of building what we are celebrating today, that school. I also want to recognize very early the Minister of Education, the PS, the CEO, the senior management, and every staff of the Ministry of Education, including our teachers, and to commend them for the tremendous work that they have been doing and they continue to do to ensure our education system delivers the highest quality education and that every child in our country can benefit from improved quality in education until we are at the point when every child can benefit from the same quality of delivery of education. That is where we want to go, and that is the journey that we have embarked on and we are working on. Let me also say today, it is easy for us to be misguided. We are here celebrating education, not the building alone, because the infrastructure is just one component of delivering higher quality education. Giving you an environment in which learning can be promoted, and an environment in which you can learn with greater efficiency, an environment in which our teachers are more comfortable, an environment that helps to buttress learning. That's important. But we can have the best environment, we can have the best facilities, but if we also do not invest in the human resources that would help these facilities to manifest the type of results that we're investing for, then we will have a mismatch. We'll have a mismatch between facility and human resources. And we must also acknowledge that we're working in a changing environment. That is why today, outside of building infrastructure and facilities, we are investing in our teachers. We are investing in having higher quality teachers, and we are seeing that more of our teachers are becoming graduates, graduate teachers, having first degree, master's degree, and even PhDs. And I think we have to applaud our teachers for ensuring that they are making use of the opportunities, that they are registering on the Gold Scholarship Program, that they're registering on all the other facilities and programs that we are investing in to make them better at what they do, to make them better at what they do. And as we continue to invest, as we continue to build these facilities, as we continue to look at the comprehensive life and life cycle of our teachers, our education system, and our students, we will make the necessary changes, bring in the innovations, add the creativity, and enhance the system so that the end product will continue to improve. And the end product must also be linked to something. And that is why we're investing to ensure that we have enough technical institute. Because not every child may want to go on to university and earn a PhD, a master's, or a degree. They're children who are equally skillful, equally brilliant, but in a different field, in the arts, in tech box. And that is why we are building the infrastructure and the facility to recognize those talents early on and to invest in those talents. And then to direct those talents into the investments we are making so they too will have an equal opportunity as everyone else. Outside of that, that's the forward linkage. The backward linkage is our primary education system and our nursery education system. We have to ensure that our children too are going into the system because the system has input, nurturing, and then output. Now, what is needed to ensure our children are going to school? And we have to address the social dynamics of society. In our society today, we have more women in the workforce, more women who are professionals. Just look at the teaching profession alone, and you will see who are dominating. Look at the output of the universities, and you will see who are dominating. Look at the output in the accounting sector, auditing. That is a good thing, because for decades, we fought for the empowerment and opportunity for women. But societal issues are magnified because you have more young women today who want to ensure the professional life is set before anything else. So as a result of that, you have working women, working mothers who are also having children, maybe at a later stage, who need to go to the nursery school, who need to go to the primary school. And the system must now cater for that. So as the evolution of our system grows, more resources comes in, we will now have to look at how we create the incentive and the infrastructure to support our professional parents going to work, having the opportunity to work, but also ensuring that children can be in a place of care, in a place of safety, and their children are supported to go to school. That is the next phase of development. It's important that we recognize that that is coming upon us faster than ever. And teachers, you know this more than anyone else, because you have children who have to go to school. You still have to prepare your notes of lessons in the night. You still have to ensure that your teaching mode is in order. Get your children to school and also work and deliver on your targets. Now, that's one aspect of the equation. So this problem, we are understanding the interlink and the nature of what we have to solve. The other issue is that we have to acknowledge that in our society, especially in the rural communities, we have a lot of single-led household, where it's a single father or a single mother. In most cases, a single mother-led household. How are we going to ensure that economic and financial burdens does not prevent that single mother or single parent-led household from sending their children to school, from ensuring that the children have access to education. And right in this community itself, let me tell you, is an example of how we are addressing that. So it's all the forward and backward integration. You know, many commentators have the luxury to speak and to just say how they feel. But we have a responsibility in policy making to connect the matrix, connect the dots, and ensure that the entire ecosystem that supports education is functioning in its holistic, in a holistic way. So in this community, let me give you an example. As I speak to you, we are concluding plans to develop what we call a 500 homestead facility, where single mothers, single parents will realize their dream of home ownership, but at the same time, realizing their dream of home ownership with economic empowerment. Because in every one of those homes, we will be connecting an economic venture. We will be connecting a shared house where they'll be trained to produce food for the market, and we'll provide off-take for the food from the shared houses. So in this 500 homes, first of all, for this community, understand that when you talk about 500 homes, just multiply it by about $6.5 million per home, and then $3 million per acre or $4 million per acre for infrastructure. You will see it is billions of dollars of investment to support this project. And outside of that, you're talking about the sustainability of the project, operating in an optimal way. Each one of these homes, when you look at the cost generation, the revenue and cost generation, each one of those homes will be turning over $1 million at a minimum every year. That is $500 million. You're talking about a $500 million industry in the agro-food space that we are creating with this investment. But outside of that annual revenue, look at what it supports. It supports single-parent-led household. It supports children being empowered to go to school. It supports economic empowerment, financial empowerment. And who will benefit? Mostly, it will be the single parents from the Linden-Soosdijk Highway and on the east bank of Demerara who have application in the system, who are being evaluated now. And this is a model that we want to take across the country to support education, community empowerment, social empowerment, economic and financial empowerment. That's what we're doing. Investing every day to make life better and to make life easier for all our Guyanese brothers and sisters. Because we believe that we can come up and we are working on that economic model that we have introduced already. We have an economic model that can bring prosperity to every single home. We just have to design it based on the complexity of the communities and societies that we are working with. Very soon, I'll be announcing again a special program, a program that will look at every household in the country to see how we can improve productivity, how we can invest in household to improve productivity, especially food productivity. So today is yet another red letter day in the history of education in Guyana. We are not simply here to declare open yet another school, a grand achievement that is in its own right. But in so doing, we are also making a leap towards realizing a key goal of our national education policy, universal secondary education. And that's an important goal of our education policy. We firmly believe that universal access to secondary education should not be considered optional. It is an indispensable right for every child. Secondary education is not merely a privilege. It is a fundamental entitlement that must be extended to all. And the Minister of Education explained to you our policy framework and how we are working to ensure this dream, this policy, this initiative of the government is realized. Now, we don't need the United Nations or anyone to set the benchmark. We are setting the benchmark for our country so that we can become a model for others to follow. And that benchmark is to achieve universal secondary education. But it's not only about universal secondary education. It goes beyond that. It is now investing in our teachers to ensure when we remove 11 primary top schools into secondary school, that the teachers are equipped, that the labs are equipped, that the TVET centers are equipped, the home economics department are equipped to support this transition of children moving into secondary school. So our commitment to making universal secondary education a guaranteed right is rooted in the understanding that for our students to effectively engage in a modern economy and thrive in an increasingly interconnected world, graduation from secondary school is imperative. This commitment has driven our deliberate efforts to establish universal secondary education in Guyana. Our goal is not solely to increase the number of classrooms. We are also dedicated to creating conducive learning environments. We aim to equip schools with modern technologies, including libraries, laboratories, and facilities for sports and recreation, enriching the educational development of our children. This is why this school is equipped with modern laboratories and other facilities to enhance the learning environment. We are effectively progressing towards a future where the necessity of sending our children far away from home to secure a superior education will no longer be a concern. Gone will be the days when the only option for top-notch education requires sending children residing in rural and hinterland areas to Georgetown. We are committed to establishing high-quality education institutions in local communities, ensuring that every child can access a top-class education without the need for distant journeys. This transformative shift aims to provide families the assurance that proximity to home does not equate to compromise in educational standards. Our vision is to create an environment where families can confidently expect excellence in education right in their regions, eliminating the needs for separation from home for the pursuit of academic success. Universal secondary education ensures that no child is left behind. Through this initiative, we aim to make education accessible to every child, providing enriching, enlightening, and empowering learning experiences essential for a modern economy. The shift towards knowledge-based industries and economies has heightened the demand for a highly educated workforce proficient in STEM areas. By emphasizing universal secondary education, we are cultivating a larger pool of students better prepared to meet the demands of a modernizing economy. Our education focus extends beyond traditional subjects. Secondary education must instill a robust foundation in entrepreneurship, innovation, creativity, critical thinking, and problem solving. These attributes are crucial for establishing businesses, developing and mastering technologies, and fostering growth, enabling us to stay competitive amid rapid technological and scientific changes. My friends, education is the cornerstone of society progress, and it is our duty as a government to pave the way for a brighter future for every citizen. From the very inception, our administration made a solemn promise to prioritize education as a means of empowering individuals, empowering communities, and contributing, and that is what we're investing in. For a matter of fact, if you go into our manifesto, the program through which we were elected, you would see that the number one priority was world-class education for the children of our country. World-class education for the workforce of our country, and that is what we're investing in. The Yarrowkabra Secondary School is not merely a structure of bricks and mortar. It symbolizes hope, opportunity, and progress. This educational institution will be a beacon for the youth of Yarrowkabra and beyond, offering them the chance to acquire knowledge, skills, and values that will shape their futures. By investing in such schools, we're investing in intellectual capital of our nation, a resource that holds the key to innovation, creativity, and sustainable development. Complementing the ministry's leadership are the educators, as I said before, are the support staff, the regional education officers, the technical staff, NSERD, the Teachers Training College, university must face, education department. All of these combine to ensure our education system remains relevant, innovative, creative, and structurally correct to deliver the type of education we want to deliver. Now, there are issues and challenges that we must face. But there are issues and challenges that we are facing as a Caribbean region. Last night, I was reviewing the news around the region, and I saw the Prime Minister of Jamaica speaking at a national event on one subject, mathematics. He was speaking about the fear of mathematics and the disastrous output in the results in mathematics in CSEC. I then, a few days ago, was in conversation.
Has now captured the attention of every single head of state and prime minister in the region, and it is now an agenda for the heads of government in CARICOM. That is to tell you the issues and challenges that we face. It is not a Jamaica issue, Barbados issue, Trinidad issue, or a Guyana issue. It has now become a collective issue that we must address. And here in Guyana, we have to be innovative. I believe that we have to look at how varied scenarios have affected results in mathematics. Because mathematics calls for more analytical thinking, more problem-solving type of approach. Whether our education system, our teaching delivery, whether our teaching delivery is effective enough to deal with what mathematics require. Whether our children are shying away from the problem-solving mode of mathematics. Whether there's an inbuilt fear of mathematics that is manifested in a psychological performance or way in which our students are approaching mathematics. We also have to look at how we opportunities, how we use new technology to deliver the environment and the best methods through which we can have improvement in mathematics. Now, also COVID. Mathematics required more direct contact, more group work, more analytics, more teachers to student relationship, more teaching time. Whether COVID itself had a greater impact on students' performance in mathematics than other subject area, because you can read and follow in other subject area, but in mathematics you need to have a more problem-solving approach. You have to do formula, understand formulas, understand analytics. That can be also an offshoot of the problem of COVID. The curriculum and the mode of delivery. So I've asked the Minister of Education not to wait on the heads of government, for us to do some introspection and to look globally at what is available as tools to help us to overcome this challenge. And there are some important tools that we can utilize instantaneously. And that is why we're investing. We're investing in the digitization of education, the digitization of our textbooks, the digitization of our teaching material, the digitization of our learning material, the digitization of our delivery. Important in a digitization platform is e-learning and online education. We have about 3 proposals now that we are examining that deals with online
the digitization of our learning material, the digitization of our delivery. Important in the digitization platform is e-learning and online education. We have about 3 proposals now that we are examining that deals with online education. How is it? 24 hours every day, we can place our schools, our students in a classroom scenario, in an education scenario, in a learning environment, getting the best resource that we have nationally, putting those resources in a digital format and delivering online education so that there are no gaps, so that areas where there are imbalances, where there are differences in skill set, we are human beings. All of us can't be the same. All of us can't have the same delivery style. All of us can't be good in one subject area. There will be some of us, among us, who are better in a particular area. But we have to see how we can utilize that better skill set, infuse it into a national program, and disseminate it across the learning platform. And that is what the technology would allow us to do. So we want to bridge this learning gap through infrastructure, like we're celebrating today, skill set development, balance, equity, and efficiency and reliability in the delivery of education. These are the things that are part of the innovative and creative landscape as we work towards delivering higher class, higher quality, and a more efficient education system to the people of our country. Today, as I said, is a day for celebration. I'm going on a very long time already, and I promise the minister I will not be long. But I want to urge all parents to make the time and the effort in paying attention to the education of your children. It is not only the teachers. It is not only the school. Parents have a responsibility. Parents have a responsibility to pay attention to what their children are doing, to pay attention to the learning dynamics of their children, to encourage their children, and to help their children to stay in such an environment. You are our eyes and ears as to whether the education system is working or not. Government cannot be everywhere at the same time. We depend on feedback, but we just don't want criticism. We want your support in making the system the best that it can be. I urge those responsible for this school to take good care of it.
Beautiful, intelligent, all working to excellence. The school physically must demonstrate that commitment to excellence. Congratulations and thank you very much.
May be seated, everyone. His Excellency Dr. Mohammed for bringing that feature address to us. To bring some words of appreciation, let's make welcome to the stage at this time the head teacher of Yarrowkabra Secondary School, Miss Ruth Wickham, as she expressed words of appreciation.
Chairperson, permit me to stand on the protocols already established. It is a great honor and privilege to stand before you on this momentous occasion of the commissioning of the Yarrowkabra Secondary School. We are here to celebrate a new facility and the future symbolizes already established. It is a great honor and privilege to stand before you on this momentous occasion of the commissioning of the Yarrowkabra Secondary School. We are here to celebrate a new facility and the bright future it symbolizes for the people of Yarrowkabra and the villages along the Soesdijk-Linden Highway. Firstly, we would like to express profound gratitude to His Excellency Dr. Mohamed Irfanali, President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, and Honorable Priya Manikchand, Minister of Education, for championing the cause of realizing the vision of achieving universal secondary education along the Soesdijk-Linden Highway, where every learner is provided the opportunity to access quality education. Moreover, we also want to thank the construction team, the architects and engineers for their professionalism and craftsmanship. This space is the bedrock for fostering creativity, innovation, and academic excellence. It is not just a building. It is the heart of a community dedicated to learning and growth. To the academic staff, thank you for your commitment and dedication to the learners of this institution. The knowledge and values you have instilled in our students are unmatched. The continued passion will help shape and mold our future leaders. To our auxiliary staff, thank you for your efforts to ensure that we maintain a clean and healthy environment. To our parents, you trust in us something that you will never take for granted. Together, we will continue to build a strong foundation for your children's academic, emotional, and social growth. To our dear students, this school is for you. Every classroom, every resource, every bit of energy put into this space is to help you strive and achieve the fullest potential. As you walk through the halls, remember that you are the future. Use this space to grow and become the best version of yourself. Within a short time, the chairperson of Yarrowkabra Secondary has placed our footprints in the athletics arena. In golfing, our student topped their male under 14 category. Our female students stood out in the cricket and were selected to represent the country's female cricket team in Barbados. Those two students, Chalissa Benjamin and Delia Walton, who attained in Barbados there the highest scores in that match. Students, we recognize and appreciate you dearly. In conclusion, there is a great purpose for each student attending Yarrowkabra Secondary. The staff reaffirms our commitment to pursue more outstanding performances from our students in both academic and non-academic arena. Thank you for being part of this celebration. Let us embrace this opportunity and continue to work together to ensure the school becomes the beacon of excellence in education. Thank you.
And this brings us to the end of this aspect of the program. Being led by His Excellency Dr. Mohamed Irfanali and team, we are now about to cut the ribbon and unveil the plaque, which is to the front of the school. And so the president and his team, they will lead us to that area as the ribbon is cut.
I'm sure you heard about Margaritas. Never heard. Oh, you too young, but your bad master never told you about Margaritas at all? Because you too young to know Margaritas. You know Margaritas. Oh, they but yes, you were amazing. This is really good. Not all the persons did, but they were really good experience. And I know that they were able to put these pictures in this book. Because when it's all that, it's still it's sponsored. So it was really I don't think that's well known, is it? It's well known nationally. I know that. Okay, I know that. Yeah, kind of part of the board, but there's a Dr. Patricia Cummings.
Imran, you have content uploaded on this also.
Yes.
So go to that content.
It's not important. It's not important. On this board.
From syllabus to textbooks to past papers.
So all the content should be uploaded.
Everything can go to
and who's in charge of this?
Mr. Mingo.
You?
No, Mr. Mingo. Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta ensure the schools have the content uploaded, right?
Yes.
So you guys have content?
On the flash drive.
They have flash drive? So where's the flash drive?
Yeah. Okay.
Alright.
What you said, definitely.
Helping you? Yes, sir. You like it? So your teacher is using it a lot? Yes, sir. And it's working? Yes, sir. Before than a normal board? Yes, sir. All right, great. So let me see how the board works. You are working? This is a smart board? Yes, sir. And how is it working? Huh? You like this more than a normal board? Yes, sir. Is it helping you more? Yes, sir. So right now you're connected to, so what is progress will go? Literature? Yes, sir. Teaching you poetry? Yes, sir. Okay, great. So this is supporting your teacher, right?
Now, boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed this reading.
So we can go anywhere here? And get the tiger? Right, look at that. Maybe I could teach a guy who was trying to get it done in front there. You guys can sit. Romeo and Juliet, this is a cool way of learning.
So these are all the new CXC frameworks that are in the world of pros and so on. You don't have like a 5-year syllabus.
Good day, boys and girls. What a beautiful day it is. Have you taken a look outside? I have. And I've drawn a breath of fresh air. To start today's lesson, I would love for us to take a walk in the garden. So come along, let's go.
Good stuff, right? Alright, thank you.
What do we have here? It's a literature tree.
So when we sing it, let them kiss or stand in the middle. But let them yeah.
Everybody, look here, smile. Good.
Alright, guys. I wanted to stay longer, but I have to run to go to the animation. Alright, guys. Hello, everybody.
Rohit, science or
Hello guys.
President of the Republic of
Welcome.
Honorable
we're working on a part of the SBA for the IT.
Number of voters there?
Yes.
What? Who they voted for? Me? All right, great. So this is part of
our SBA. So for the general layout of the SBA, we have tasks whereby we simulate the national election. So we're going to try to do a battalion and see how fast we can get the results back to the public and let the winner of the election know that he has done excellently.
All right, great.
So we soon might be taking over GCOM work.
All right, good luck, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Come, let's come together. Come.
Your Excellency, the students have been patiently waiting to start getting nervous. They say, why is the Excellency taking so long to get here? You should come and take this. Yes, sir.
Where you want? Go at the end. Go at the end.
Right here?
No, the end. That's the end.
Right here?
No, the end. That's the end. Right there.
Good.
Good.
not really red. Thank you. Am I going to hit? Think I get great? Full mark. So very kind. There we go. Where's the one in it? Oh, sorry. Sorry, miss. Come and make some massive $20. I didn't go back now, right? Sales. At a very good low
There you go, miss.
Yes. Thank you. Good on you. This is got nice and smooth. This is how you know when it's ready. It's got to be nice and smooth, right? Right, miss?
Yes, sir.
Consistency.
Yes. Consistency, and it didn't party.
No, that's right. Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah. All right, so you can go baking now. All right, miss, thank you. Yes.
Everybody smile. Got it. Let's get it top of
Oh, you pause up.
that allow us to see things close up or very far. Our eyes work takes information from the world around us and sends it to the brain where it processes. Thank you.
My name is Guyana and I'm from grade 10 science and I'm a science. I will be showing you an experiment on observation. Present. By which a process which the soluble part is separated from a mixture using a filter. Demonstration really
You are excellent. They're testing acidity and alkalinity of what? Lime juice? Of lime juice. That's
yeah.
okay. All right. That's good. Oh, this is a lime. This is a lime water, right? I know. See?
So the experiment shows the line. Acidic? You got true. All right, great job. Good.
Good afternoon, sir. That is defined as the vertical section of the soil from the ground surface downward, where the soil meets the underlying rocks, and there are different types of layers.
So those are the exercise books you give me, sir.
All right, see you guys now.
Thank you.
Collect the phone. Got it. All right, good guy.
Come in, sir. Come in, so come here, come in. Come in, Kira. Good. Come on the other side.
Yeah, come on the other side.
Okay. Oh.
Good. Come on to the other side. Right. Okay, guys. Thank you.
Let's go.